In this lesson, we will learn how to use front-end estimating to estimate the answer to a problem. Why do we want to use front-end estimating? When we need an approximate answer, we might use it. However, front-end estimating does not give us as close to the exact answer as other methods of estimating an answer. The steps for front-end estimating. Step 1, we need to keep the digit in the highest place the same. Step 2, all the digits behind the first one become zeros. And step 3, we add all the new numbers we have created. The most important thing for front-end estimating is that we keep the digit in the highest place the same. We do not change that digit no matter what comes behind it. And then all the other digits become zeros. Very, very important that all the other digits become zeros. Let's try one sample problem. On Sunday, 463 people were at the lake. On Monday, 226 people were at the lake, and 312 were there on Tuesday. They want you to estimate how many people in all were at the lake. So for this problem, we're going to go ahead and try to use front-end estimating to see what happens. So the first thing we have to do is to keep all digits in the highest place the same. So if we look, we have a 4, a 2, and a 3. So I'm going to carry those down here. So a 4, a 2, and a 3. Now, step 2, all the digits behind that digit become zeros. So if you count, we have 2 digits behind the 4, so 2 zeros. 2 digits behind the 2, 2 zeros. 2 digits behind the 3, 2 zeros. That's what step 2 is. We don't pay attention to any digit that is in the tens place. The last step is we just have to add those new numbers. So we add 400 plus 200 plus 300, and we get 4 plus 2 plus 3, which is 8. We add 2 zeros. So about 800 people were on the lake. What I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to use front-end estimating to solve the following word problems. Please write your answers on your whiteboard and pause this until you are finished answering your estimating questions. If you need help at this point, please re-watch the example and also the steps to help you understand how to front-end estimate. Please make sure that on your answers you do include a unit. Whenever we're answering word problems, we have to include a unit on our answers. Hopefully by now you have finished those first 2 problems on your whiteboard and you're ready to check your work. So this is the solutions page. It's going to tell you if you got your answers correct. So let's go ahead and take a look at problem 1. With problem 1, you had to figure out about how many cookies Mrs. Cook baked. So if we take a look at problem 1, when we take 423, we leave the 4 the same, and then we make it 400. We have a 2, we leave the 2 the same, 2 zeros. Finally, we have 173, we keep the 1, the rest becomes 2 zeros. As you can see over here, then we take 400 plus 200 plus 100, and it gives us an approximate answer of about 700 cookies. So if we look at our unit answer, Mrs. Cook baked about 700 cookies. The reason we have this about in here is because we have estimated the answer. And my unit is cookies. That's what I know. I'm talking about cookies, about 700 cookies. Now let's look at problem 2. In problem 2, you were looking about how long Liam spent away from home. Once again, in the question, it said about how long, so we know we have to estimate. I told you that you need to use front-end estimating, so let's check and see how you did. So for problem 2, if we take a look, the first number was 46 minutes. So we leave the 4 and we add a 0 at the end. So it becomes 46, becomes 40. Once again, we're not paying attention to the digit to the right now because we're not rounding. We're front-end estimating. The 61 would become 60. We leave the 6 alone, the same, and we put zeros behind. So we have 1 0 behind, so it becomes 60. And the last one is 21. And that becomes 20. We leave the 2 alone and we add a 0. Second step, we add all the three new numbers that we created, 20 plus 40 plus 60, and we get 120. So now to actually complete our answer, we need to write a sentence with units. So it took Liam about 120 minutes to get back home. The unit, once again, would be minutes, because that's what I know, that's what I'm talking about. And also I need to include that word about, because I did not find an exact answer. I only found a front-end estimating answer. Hopefully you now understand the process that you have to go through to complete front-end estimating. If not, please rewatch the program and try again.